Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to see that if you are new to the journey of data analytics, then which language should you learn first? Should you start with Excel, Python or SQL? So if you are a beginner, I would suggest you to start with Excel. Excel is for absolute beginners. It is very user friendly. It requires no coding. It is a very powerful tool when it comes to quick analysis, creating charts or even pivot tables. And Excel is used in every industry from finance, HR, sales, tech industry. So you will find a lot of jobs in Excel, and Excel will be a very useful tool for you to start with, and it will be a very easy tool. And I would say that you need to spend around 2 to 3 weeks, the 2 to 3 initial weeks on Excel, so that you learn the following topics. I'm just sharing a list of topics that you should know. Following is the list of topics we need to learn in Excel. First of all, we need to understand the interface of Excel. When we understand the interface of Excel, only then we will be able to create formulas. For creating formulas, you also need to understand cell referencing. So in creating formulas, we need to refer cell values. So it can be a relative reference or an absolute reference. So therefore, we need to understand cell referencing in Excel. Now, the basics of Excel, like sorting, filtering, cleaning the data, it is a whole list of functions that we need to learn in Excel, but the most basic ones which are often used are aggregation functions such as sum and average, then if, lookup functions. All these are the basic functions in Excel we need to understand in this tool. And specific to your work, maybe finance or HR, there will be a list of different functions in Excel that you need to understand based on your role. Then creating charts, graphs, pivoting table, using slicers. Slicers are also like filters in Excel. So using all this data, we need to understand the data cleaning and formatting. So these are the topics we need to understand in Excel. Okay, so after Excel, I would like to talk about SQL. SQL is used in data analysis, data science, business intelligence, as well as backend development. So anyone who is working with large structured data, reading, filtering, combining data from different databases, then SQL is a very, very essential tool. Again, similarly, as I listed a few topics in Excel, I would again list a few topics in SQL that you must know, and you can spend 2 to 3 weeks understanding these topics so that you build a fundamental knowledge of SQL. So, following are the topics to understand in SQL. The first topic to understand is the basics of relational databases. So, what is a database? Database is a collection of tables, and each table has data stored in the form of rows and columns. So, understanding how to store that data in a table and how to relate those tables to each other using primary keys or foreign keys is known as relational databases. So, then how to use those tables to retrieve the data. So we have clauses like select, from, where. If you want to sort the order of the data, then we have the order by clause. So all these keywords we need to understand. Then if you want to join two tables, then how to join those tables. We have different kind of join for it: inner join, outer join, left join, right join. Then aggregating the data we have retrieved from a table. For example, if we have some calculation done on a table, then how to aggregate it using a particular group, or aggregation functions such as count, sum, average. Then filtering the data in SQL using the having keyword, and creating nested queries. Now, after Excel and SQL, I would talk about Python. So, Python is used for automation and analysis. So, if you want to automate or analyze or build anything, then Python is extremely important. And if you are new to coding, if you have never coded before using C, C++, or Java, if you have never studied coding, then Python will be a little difficult. And I would say spend at least 4 to 5 weeks, because you will also need to understand the fundamentals of coding. Python is again used by all the data analysts, data scientists, web developers. It is also used in machine learning and AI. So as I mentioned before, that Python is a programming language, and if you're new to programming, if you have never done coding before, then you need to start from the basics of Python. The basic of Python will include variables, data types, loopings, functions. So start with the basics, and once you're done with the basics, then you have list, dictionaries, conditional statements. Then how to handle files, the Excel and CSV files in Python. Then we have different libraries. Then we have different libraries in Python, such as pandas and numpy, and also some data visualization libraries such as matplotlib or cbon. So we need to understand these different libraries in Python. So the learning path I would suggest is start with Excel, then go to SQL, and in the end move to Python. Excel will take you 2 to 3 weeks, SQL will take 2 to 3 weeks, and Python will take 4 to 5 weeks. It depends on your experience level. It might be a little more. If you're completely new to data analytics, it might take you a week or two more, and if you are slightly experienced in data analytics, then you can go through some of these topics very quickly. People come up with question, where do we get the data set so that we can practice, because you need data to practice your Excel, SQL, or Python skills. So for that you can use the Kaggle. So Kaggle is an analytical platform from where you'll get a lot of free data. You can download that data, practice there. You can also have like questions or projects done over there. And let me know in the comment section if you have any doubts. That's all for today. Have a great day. Bye bye.